Hey YouTube, welcome to Beauty in the Empty Nest. I'm going to do a very quick review today on the new Laura Mercier. It is called the Blush and Glow Radiant Face Trio. If you want to see more, keep watching. Okay, so I'm back. This is going to be quick, and I apologize if the lighting is not very good. I wanted to do this very quickly, and I didn't have time to set up my camera and everything and get all the right lighting. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is just pouring rain, as it has been for almost the past week. So I have no natural lighting to use either. But I really wanted to share this because, well, you'll see why in the end here. Anyway, I was very excited to get this. I just used my 20% VIB Rouge. This is the Laura Mercier Blush and Glow Radiant Face Trio. So this is the box that it comes in. It retails for $58, so kind of typical for Laura Mercier products. This is what the container looks like. It's actually quite sleek and pretty. I really like the container. Just like any kind of other Laura Mercier products, very high quality with all this. So when you open it up, as we already know, it's a trio. So I'm going to show this, open this way. Of course, it's upside down. I'm holding the brush right now, so let me show you. It comes with a little brush. And this brush actually is quite nice. I still don't tend to use these because I like bigger, fluffier ones for application process, but this definitely could, especially for the highlighter. So what this comes with, and this is the upside down, and when you see the cutout right here, that's where the brush would go. So it comes with one of Laura Mercier's wonderful highlighters that I actually have in a larger container. It's the Baked Matte Radiance, I think it's called. I'll link everything below. And that is what this is right here. Let me give you a little swatch of that. Hopefully all this shows up. This is a beautiful highlighter. It's subtle, but still has that little bit of a glow. I'm wearing it right now. I just hope the lighting is good enough that you can see all this. And I'm so sad that I might be missing this opportunity to be able to show this to you so well. Okay, moving on. It also comes with a bronzer. I've been really into these little trios lately, thinking about how I like when they already color coordinate nicely together. And then if you're traveling and going someplace, it's easy just to pick this up and go, which is also why I like this. It's a very thin, nice container. I recently had the Naked on the Run packet, which I know comes with a bunch more, but that thing is not for traveling. It's huge, it's thick, Anyway, I digress. Back onwards. So we had here our highlight. Let's look at the bronzer. So hopefully you can catch that color there of the bronzer. It's not matte, but it kind of has a very subtle kind of satiny kind of look to it, which on first impression I really, really liked. Okay, so hopefully that color is capturing there. I'm going to keep moving around and see if I can find. Okay, so right here, highlight, bronzer. So now I'll move on to the blush, which really struck me. This is called Ritual. So it's this one right here. It's really struck me not as being a blush, and it kind of concerned me, but I trust Laura Mercier. I love all her products. Nothing's ever too garish or too outlandish, so I felt good about going ahead and trying it. So here we go. Let's give you a little swatch of that, and if you look, I'll move it up closely. You can see the color swirls that are in it. It reminded me a lot of like the Hourglass ones. So let me give you a swatch of that. I'm going to try and make sure I get all around so you can really get a good coloring. So this is supposed to be the blush Ritual. Move it up closer. Okay. Highlight, bronzer, blush. So I don't know if you're seeing what I have experienced, and that is that these really aren't fantastic colorings. I'm going to try and swatch it here so you can just see. I'm going to go one time down here. They're going to be in reversed order. So you saw how much I had on my fingertips. You can see I'm rubbing it back and forth here. I might need to add a little more bronzer. Here we go on my hand. So now we're reversed. So we're going to have the highlight here, bronzer, and then the blush. Again on my fingers, you see that same thing. I hope I'm capturing the colors well enough for you to be able to see. So, why am I rushing to get this done? Well, I'm not happy with this. This is just, I have it on right now. It's nothing wonderful. I really don't like the blush, which is this. It's not a blush. It's just, to me, it's a very sparkly bronzer, which doesn't really work well for me. But it's not rosy enough. It's not corally enough. It's just kind of, well, it looks kind of muddy, like sparkly mud to me personally. And I know I'm going to try and let's see if we can get a little bit so where you can see it on me a little bit better. Again, I apologize. I didn't have time to set up the lighting and use my good camera, simply because I wanted to get this recorded because I am on the way to return this. I'm still in the window of being able to use my VIB Rouge 20%, and unfortunately this palette did not live up to what I would like to have for a 48, is it 48 or 50? Let me look at this again. I don't have my reading glasses again. $58 palette. It just doesn't work for me. I am a huge Laura Mercier fan, so I don't want that to distract for that. But this doesn't either work in my coloring or, I don't know, it's just nothing special for that dollar value. I actually would rather have spent the money on the Hourglass Edit palette or one of those other combinations or trios. I love my Edit palette, so, but this just does not do it. And I had read a few reviews, obviously, before I got it, that actually loved it, that looked, it was very natural looking, and I am really afraid that you're not capturing the true lighting. But on camera right now, when I'm looking at it on the screen, it doesn't look bad. So I guess the bottom line here is that it doesn't look bad. And I love the highlight, so I thought this would be wonderful for any kind of traveling or just to have that reach and get put on and go on. But it doesn't look great, not for the money value that I would have expected at that dollar point. So it may be a great product for some people with slightly different coloring. I feel like I'm pretty much right in the middle of the road. I'm like a slightly darker NC25. I typically wear Laura Mercier, the Smooth Fluid in Ecru, and I think I'm like a 315R in the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. So I feel like I'm pretty much right in the middle of kind of neutral, right in the middle. Kind of the beige, neutral undertones, a little yellow tone. And it's not showing up on me, and I typically have the colors. Or it's not doing beautiful things, not making things look better. If anything, it makes things look a little, I felt like I had to keep going back and correcting it. It's not a natural, nice application that I found with like the Hourglass Edit palette. I feel like you almost can't go wrong with that one because it just blends so nicely. So I keep looking at my fingers because I really wanted this to work. I really, really, really did. But unfortunately, it's just not there for me. So I wanted to share that, just a quick, I know it's just kind of coming out, washing my fingers off now. So just take heed in the fact that it might not be the kind of coloring. I think I was most disappointed in the blush, but I have to say the bronzer did nothing special for me either. I go back to some of the Makeup Forever bronzers, or even the Urban Decay, the Naked Streak one that I have. I really like that one, but this one just didn't do it for me. So I hope it's working for other people because I love Laura Mercier products. So this is not a negative stamp on them. However, it did not work for me, especially at this dollar point. So I wish it did. I think it's a cool looking container. Great. It would be great for traveling. But unfortunately, it's got to be returned back. So I hope this was helpful. I hate giving negative feedback, but I wanted to get something out there because I have not read a lot of reviews. The few reviews I have read have been really, really, really favorable. So I just wanted to get something out there to just say, just like with anything else, you got to see if it works for you and have caution when you go to purchase it so that you know that if you haven't tried it on the store, I only tried it on my hand. I was not able to apply it on the store. If you've only tried it on the store, be careful. Just make sure that you know if it doesn't work for you, just like with anything else, and have the availability of being able to return it, you can. If not, just with any kind of price point that high, you always want to just be really cautious and careful. So I hope I can continue finding some other fun things to be able to review, but right now I really apologize for the lighting and the speed of me talking through this, but I have to get out the door and I want to be able to return that, so maybe I can still take advantage of getting something else with my 20% VIB Rouge discount. So more later. Thanks again. Please give me a thumbs up if you like, and I apologize again. I'm so sorry about the lighting and probably the quality of this, but I wanted to get something out there for you to be able to have a different viewpoint also. And please subscribe so that when I get these videos made, they can be right out there waiting for you to view, and we're building a great community. Appreciate that so much. So anyway, until next time, hopefully with some fun, good, positive reviews, I will see you next time, YouTube. Bye.